Check out the Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong figures at Walmart's website at the links in the description. Kaiju, turtles, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hey there, collectors, it is Steven here, and welcome to another Godzilla vs. Kong review, where today we're going to be taking a look at the last of the main trio for the movie in the Giant Figures lineup from Playmates, the Giant MECHAGODZILLA 2021. Yep, that's right, folks, we now have the three amigos from Godzilla vs. Kong in the Giant figure lineup from Playmates. We had the original two released at the end of last summer, or about the middle of, when Playmates was originally hoping to get these out for the original release of the movie, and then the movie got delayed, and then it got delayed, and then it got... Anyway, you know everything what happened with the movie, but now that the movie is actually out, we do have the Giant MECHAGODZILLA. Fans are clamoring. Do I pay the aftermarket price? Do I wait for a Walmart restock? What am I doing with my life? I can't answer that question for you, but I can give you a review of a $20 11-inch tall figure. Let's take a look to see whether or not MECHAGODZILLA here is worth adding into your collection. Pretty much short, sweet, and to the point, the Giant MECHAGODZILLA does very much so look like the small 6-inch MECHAGODZILLA that they released pretty much at the same time as this, just a little bit blown up. All right, you can go ahead and close the video now and go on about your day. No, we do have a little bit more to talk about here. Interestingly enough, for the 6-inch tall one that they had previously released, it kind of seemed like that the detail was rather uniform and that some of the finer details were lost in some spots, whereas here it does seem like we obviously are going to have a bigger canvas. We are going to have the opportunity to see some of the details a bit more clear. However, when it comes to some of the softer plastics that are used, like on the hands, I do feel like some of the details seem to be a bit more soft. If that makes sense, you'll know your different plastic types, how they are able to capture details a bit better in the molding process, and I do feel that that's the case here. But otherwise, MECHAGODZILLA in terms of sculpt looks very good, and I would have to say that it's rather on model. Now, this is a $20 11-inch tall toy. It's not meant to be a super hyper detailed X Plus vinyl statue that collectors are going to put up on their shelves. And for what this is trying to do in regards to details, it looks rather nice. And some of the red, or I guess orange, paint applications, depending on how you view the world, they actually do look rather nice, including some of the details that we do see on the chest. Not to dog on it, but when I'm recording this video, we do have the much more expensive SH Monster Arts release, which actually does not have that paint application. So, for those of you who would like to dog on the Playmates, congratulations, you played yourself. Now, some of the quality control stuff that I have seen from unit to unit has definitely varied. What I can speak of to mine is that on the dorsal plates, they're actually painted silver to a point, and a couple of mine have some small chips. But what I have seen rather, I don't want to say universally because someone in the comments is going to say that theirs doesn't have it, but the claws for MECHAGODZILLA, since they're made of a softer plastic, they may warp depending on how they're stored or heat even inside of a Walmart. I have seen very deformed claws before, so just something to keep in mind. So generally speaking, when it comes to looks, Giant MECHAGODZILLA, it is just fine of a representation. Now, when we talk about articulation, though, it is absolutely a step back from the 6-inch figure, which is a rather interesting thing to say, considering Godzilla was about 1-to-1. Kong only had a few joints missing, whereas MECHAGODZILLA, a mech? Robo? Yeah, they could have worked in a few more joints. Basically, we're only going to have swivels at the shoulders. Yep. Limited range, though, because of the big shoulder pads, and you don't want to slam them into the thigh constantly over and over again. But I will say they did a good job because we do have some unique swivels at the wrist along with hinges, so this way MECHAGODZILLA's claws can open and close. We couldn't do that on the 6-inch figure, so it's nice to see that we can do that here. But when it comes to the legs, we do have swivels at the hips, and we have swivels just above the ankles. We do also have 2 swivel points at the tail, at the base where it plugs in, and then about halfway down. Now we'll go ahead and move on over to a size comparison so you can see how big the Giant MECHAGODZILLA is. And yeah, as you can see, it should blend in well just fine with some of your other bigger figures that you have, though I do believe MECHAGODZILLA is supposed to be bigger than Godzilla. So maybe you're going to have to wait for the Mega MECHAGODZILLA figure? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Going into this with the idea that this is meant to be $20, this is absolutely more than acceptable. And if you're thinking about getting this and you can get it for MSRP, yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a good purchase. Unfortunately, in the realm that we are in today with the current overall world environment, well, you know what I'm talking about. It's 2021. Vaccines and there was a Magic the Gathering Godzilla card that was made that was rather controversial. Anyway, prices have gone up because of scalpers. Don't pay scalper prices. Wait for a Walmart restock. Camp their website. Check out your local stores. And, just be good people. Good things come to those who wait. For $20, it's a good price to round out your giant Godzilla vs. Kong collection. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up, thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.